Hello, I am Dr. Wilhelmina, and each podcast I bring you information related to wellness and beauty tips. Today we're going to focus on wellness, but I'm going to have fun while I'm doing it, and I hope you do too. So let's talk about this subject. It's near and dear to my heart. It is acupuncture. So, for many, I'm sure acupuncture is something people do, but they don't really know what they do except for get needles. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it because I actually go every week. There was a time I was needing to go twice a week. So let's get into it. Let me tell you first what acupuncture is. And I did get some professional information on this subject so that, because I'm not an acupuncturist. So, acupuncture is an ancient practice rooted in traditional Chinese medicine. It's called TCM. That involves inserting thin needles into specific points of the body. It is believed to balance the flow of energy, or kai, through pathways in the body known as meridians. Acupuncture is commonly used for pain relief, stress reduction, and various other health conditions. So, I once had a big knot in my right side of my neck. And this is what ended up driving me to get this care. Actually, I was referred to it from my doc. And what happened was when I would touch it, it would be like maternity pains. It would spasm and tighten all the way up like a maternity pain. And then for a little bit, and then it would release. And so as long as I stayed still, didn't turn my head, didn't touch my neck, I was okay. So I had some medications that they gave me first, and they were okay, but they didn't really do what I needed to be done. So I'll tell you more about it. So this is how it works. Stimulating specific points by inserting needles into certain acupuncture points, it is thought to encourage natural healing processes in the body, promote blood flow, and modulate nerve function. It was interesting because that's what happened. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't just get acupuncture, I also got cupping, which, if you remember, Michael Phelps was getting cupping while he was in the Olympics. He had the red circles on his back. It's the same process. Cups, they tighten them up on your skin, it squeezes, and then when they're off, it releases those fluids and the blood flow. Also, it's said to release endorphins. Acupuncture is said to stimulate and release endorphins, the body's natural pain relieving chemicals. So it's going to release those chemicals into the circulation, which may reduce inflammation. So I did experience some of this. We'll talk more about that. I'm just going to go ahead a little bit first. I'm turning the sound of this computer down so I can't hear it anymore. Okay. Also, for conditions that acupuncture can help with, chronic pain, headaches and migraines, stress and anxiety, and digestive disorders, sleep disorders, allergies, and sinus issues. So I want to talk a little bit about a couple of these, not all of them. When I went, I was having a lot of stress at work. It was intense, the stress I was having. And of course, anxious about what was going on. I was so in the dark, didn't know. I was really worried about some things. And I hold my stress in my shoulders. So if you're like me, you hold your shoulders up, you don't even realize it until somebody shows you you're holding your shoulders up. I clench my teeth when I'm stressed. So I was clenching my teeth, holding the shoulders up, and I had all the stress all up in the neck. And women, we tend to do that, all in the neck around the shoulders, even sometimes in my arm it would hurt because it would radiate down. So that was one issue. And for me also, I had trouble with sleep because it was my neck and including the back of my neck also. I had a lot of trouble with sleep, but I don't have that trouble anymore, long as I'm going to acupuncture. But sometimes I'd have insomnia, where I wouldn't sleep or I'd wake up a lot during the night. And so let me tell you, I have allergies, but they weren't worse. They're the same, not worse or better from it. But also, I think that I mentioned reproductive health. I don't have an issue with that. I'm not reproducing anytime soon at all. Anyway, so what happened was, so, okay, should you try it? I actually did, like I said, and I'll tell you a little bit about when you should try it. You might consider trying acupuncture if conventional medicines or treatments are not working. Maybe you're looking for something holistic. Maybe you just don't want to do the traditional meds. You might be looking for something holistic that could also complement your traditional meds too. Or I keep saying meds, but traditional treatments may not be meds. But also, uh, if you're looking to reduce your stress so that you can improve your overall well-being, that's a good idea to try it. Uh, Maybe you're really open to the alternative therapies alongside with your traditional meds. So that would be another reason you want to do it. That's something you've been looking for. So I'll tell you, I was looking to reduce stress, but I didn't really know at the time it was stress. I did want my stress reduced. What I knew is that I had this pain and I had this tightness, and I had no idea, although my doctor knew. So I go to get my first appointment. I think it was more like my second appointment when I noticed it, though. But I go to this appointment, I get all this stuff done. My doctor also does gua sha, or my acupuncturist also does gua sha. Gua sha is where they do the cupping also. So you get the needles, you get the cupping, and they also scrape the cups on whatever the spot is. Now that hurts. Um, it does really hurt. It does. But once you get it and you see the results, you'll want to go back and do it again. So they put a little oil on your skin and then they rub the cups. And it's not lightly, it's kind of rough. It does hurt. I'm not going to lie, it hurts. But after a while, I got used to it. Even when they went heavier on it, I was okay. So, anyway, what happened was I leave the clinic and I go to the car and I noticed, wait a minute, my tongue's not on the roof of my mouth. My tongue is always pressed at the roof of my mouth if I'm stressed. And I'm probably clenching also, but it's not something I can stop. I try to relax and somehow get my tongue back down. It's just not happening. But now that I get acupuncture, I'm more aware of those situations where I need to take a break, use some tools to calm myself, not stress, not ruminate over those thoughts, not think about whatever's making me tense. And this is something that has really showed me to notice my body's reaction to stress, whereas in the past I didn't necessarily notice. But I'm telling you, as soon as I walk out of that office, that tongue is just down like normal. And I don't know if others have trouble with that, but it's such a difference. Like trying to just, I don't have to try, it just is there. It's just naturally there. So I really love it. But anyway, so things to consider. You want to make sure that you're with a qualified practitioner. You want to make sure that this person is licensed and certified for acupuncture. Your number of sessions. Multiple sessions may be needed to see the full benefit. For me, I'm enjoying still going, and because if I go on one day, okay, maybe I'm gonna be okay for a few days, but I tend to fall back into my old habits, and my body, that's its reaction to stress. So, yeah. So, side effects. So, your side effects are rare, but they may include bruising or soreness from the needles, from the sites where they put the needles. Where they put the needles, I don't feel it's not even a prick when they put the needles on. But with the cupping, if you don't get cupping, you won't even get this. But with cupping, I have the big old circles too, except that I'm so brown, my skin's so brown that they don't show up. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't show up in full circles. So it might look like I have a hickey on my neck because my neck is my spot, and so I don't care though because this is relief. You're gonna love it so much that you're gonna be like, I don't care if it looks like I have a hickey on my neck. I just know if people don't know what it is, they don't know what it is. But if you get a circle, then everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people know, oh, that's cupping. But they're not gonna think it's that. But who cares what they think? I need relief. Okay. The other thing that I want to say, the last thing, this is not a long podcast today. The last thing I want to say is please, before you go out and try this, go to your doc, get a consult to go to it to make sure that it's going to be okay for you because you may not be okay for that. You want to make sure the doctor is okaying it. And then um, if you have a specific condition, it may be something that you can't really do this acupuncture, cupping, or gua sha or any of that with. Um, like if you're pregnant, it may not be a good idea. So probably not. So you need to talk to your doctor before you go and sign up for some of this. And you'll enjoy it though. Let me know how it goes. You can email me at, let me see which email I'm gonna give you. Yeah, I'll give you my skincare email. You can email me there. It's Mina C, the letter C, at goodskinhome.com and tell me how it works out for you. And I thank you for listening. And if you think someone else could use this, which I'm sure there are people out there that could use this information just to get the idea of maybe if they could go, but definitely see their doc, share it with them. Share it with those people that have that issue with stress and tension. They're uptight, a lot of the times. Very uptight. That's me, but yeah. Go ahead and share it. I'd appreciate it. And like this podcast if you like it. I see you watching all over. People from Sweden. Where else? Wait, I'm going to tell you all these people because I want to shout you out. There are people in, I'm almost there. There are people in Sweden, the US, of course, Canada, Brazil, Germany, United Kingdom, and also Australia. I've had others too. I had people in China. There's people all over the world that listen to my podcast. So thank you to all of you. I appreciate you. Please keep listening and share with others. Take care. I am Dr. Wilhelmina, and I'll see you again. Bye. I can't get out today. Oh. Sorry, y'all. It's been a little bit since I did this. Take care.